Hi, this is Jay Jenkins at Pearson Education. In this video, I'm going to walk you through creating an exam and some of the options that you'll find inside of the MyLab. So the first thing you'll want to do is navigate to the area of Assignment Manager. Once here, you'll have the ability to choose to create a quiz, a test, a homework, or copy any of our sample assignments. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose Create Test. I'm just going to name it. And then I'm going to add and remove content. There are other features here. Just recognize if you're on a page and you want to find out what those other features are and what is available, always use the question mark on the right side of the page in order to find out more information. If you click on that, it'll open up in a new window and will give you more information about the features and options on that page. I'm going to go to Add and Remove Content. From here you can create your exam. So if we're doing a particular chapter, just like creating homework, you do the same thing where you pick and choose the items that you would like the exam to show. You can of course click on these or scroll over them to see the thumbnail or click directly into them. Also recognize we have pooling options, and if pooling is turned on, then you can create items in a pooled environment. So if you select a couple items and then click pool, that will pool these two items. That means obviously one of those two items would show up on the exam. Also, if you're doing a multi-chapter exam, recognize you just change the chapter and then you can add content from other chapters. You can also create your own questions. Also, you do have the ability to change to a different text. So if for some reason you wanted to get content from a different text, maybe let's say another one of our statistics books, you do have the ability to do that. So if I wanted to do maybe Sullivan and find Sullivan statistics right here, like interactive stats, I could select this book and then I could select content directly from that as well. The only caveat is that when you do this, you have to make sure that there are at least a couple, at least one actually, item from the main book that the course is built off of. So in this case, I would need to have at least one question from the Larson title, and then I could add up to 20 questions, I believe, from the Sullivan title. Okay, and again, you can still do the pooling, and notice that the items that are from outside of the Larson course will be highlighted, and so forth. Also, there are question details that are available. So in some exams, you might want students to be required to show their work. And if that's the case, you have a couple options. Obviously, if you're using an LMS, you could have the students upload their documents or a picture of their document of the work that they did on a notebook sheet of paper or something like that. But we also have the ability inside of the MyLab Math to require students to show their work. Again, when you click on the question details, you'll have some options here, and what you'll notice is the show work feature is over here. So if you want them to show work on everything, you just click the box at the top. Or if you want individual problems that you want them to show work on, which is more recommended than everything, then you would do that. Okay. And then at the bottom, make sure you click Update Settings. And then we'll go to the final options, which are going to be under Choose Settings. On this screen, you'll be able to find out which options we have available for testing and exams. If you want a late submission, they're here. Again, once you choose the show work option, you'll have some options as to how you want the show works to score. So you can decide to do how you would like that. And again, if you click on that question mark in the right hand side, it will explain these options a little bit further. If you want it to be password protected, you can do that. If you want prerequisites, so they have to do something before they actually access the exam, that's a possibility as well. If you want to limit the number of attempts, you can do that as well. It is highly recommended that if you do limit the number of attempts, you at least allow 2 attempts and not 1, because it's going to be an online exam. Online issues can happen, internet interruptions and things like that. So it is recommended that you use 2 as the minimum. You also have some restricted access options here. And again, if you want more information about those, click the question mark in the top right screen. If you want it to be a timed test, so you only want them to have maybe 90 minutes with the test open, what will happen is when they open it, it'll count down, and as they use the time, they'll have more time available. You can show the remaining time, so it'll be counting down in the top corner when students are taking their exam. You can also scramble the question order so that if students are together, they're not getting the same problems right next to each other. And of course, the algorithm built into MyLab also kind of helps to defeat that purpose, because each student would get a different problem most likely. And then you can choose how they want to review it. So you can do it so that they never get to review, or only after submitting or after the due date. And again, this is more of a cheating setting where students that have completed early and do well can't then share with other students what they did if you do it after the due date. Okay. And then you'll just want to save and assign. If you save it, students don't see it, but everything you've done so far is saved. Or save and assign means that it will be available for students within the dates that you set up. Okay. This is how you can go through and create an online exam with some of the options. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you have a great day.